Where's mine? Again, nothing. I'm dead. That's it. That's game. Literally just mash pattern. 4-star diamond candy. Mash a pattern. I can't do anything. Get talking about hitting the bugs. From what I'm gonna understand, okay, and I don't know if this is true or not because I didn't tell you guys this. I couldn't see the stream chat. Like I purposely was not in the stream chat at all or paying any attention to it. I have no idea what happened. They made thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars on that show. Okay, where did they take it from? Traffic. Christmas. Wow, none of those bullets hit, huh? Whoa, spawned the bullet in me.
2023 has been one interesting year, from the start of interesting games to new people coming about to pretty much people having fun. And I have to say, for me, 2023, I actually have enjoyed, but the one thing I have not done that I should have been more successful is posting more content for you guys. Well, guess what? Starting in 2024, I'm gonna start doing that at least per week, between 3 to 4 videos per week. And as I'm doing this right now, I just happen to notice that our good local locale has something interesting he wants to do in 2024. Well, I'm actually very curious. Let's check this out, shall we?
I will say this, and this is just a very vague preview, I know. In 2024, there's a few interesting things in the works. That's all I'm going to say.
Phil, you're saying there's a couple of things in 2024 that you don't want to say. So either say what it is or don't, and just keep it as a surprise, Phil. I mean, good God, you do love to overhype and underdeliver, as you always like to say.
Really, yeah, I'm not going to give you any more information because I don't want anyone. Everyone's going to speculate. I know. There's a few interesting ideas that I've had and things I'm working on that I think you guys are going to like.
If it's you getting a job, I would definitely love that. It's if you that you're finally going to stop begging and actually being a normal content creator, I'll even love that. Or you finally admit that, hey, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, so I'm going to take off in the year 2024. Is it one of those, Phil? Can you please let me know? I'm dying to know.
But I'm the kind of guy, as you all know, I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to our pet. Oh, he's playing with this. Oh, here we go. Here's our pet. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. This is Jasper, ladies and gentlemen. Jasper the cat. As you know from my behavior.
Oh, we know. You've done that for the past 15 years, Phil. Again, enough with the filler. Get into what you got planned for 2024.
Last few years, I don't want to get ahead of myself and tell you half a story before the story is done and then leave you hanging.
However, you've done it so many times, and majority of the times when you give us a half-assed story, it's usually somewhere between 15 to 20 minutes long of so much filler until you finally get the point, and majority of us, you lose anyway, so just get to the point, Phil, for crying out loud.
That everything is complete, all the pieces are in place, everything's ready to go before I make any announcements, all right? But what I will just tell you is this.
There you go, drinking that gin water. Yeah, you got gin, ain't no water. I could tell as it is, buddy, because it's the last day of 2023, so you want to end it in a great bang.
2024 is stacking up to be one of the most, if not the most.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Interesting year that I've ever been on the internet for me. And possibly you. Let's just put it that way. There are things coming that you guys have asked for a while that may or may not happen, but I hope...
Yeah. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, he loves to take 15 to 20 minutes just to get to the doggone point. Maybe this is the other big thing he's going to probably talk about in 2024, where he's going to stop pussyfooting around the stuff he wants to tell us. Then again, maybe not, but I got a strong feeling it's something not good.
So I'm just going to say that, like, big things coming in 2024. All right. Now, one thing that I can talk about, because this one 100% is actually in my power, is that I feel like within the first couple months of 2024, I should take action on the backup hard drive archives.
You crazy? You're ribbing me.
The what? The backup stuff. Let me let him continue before I unleash here.
Lost media. that has been lost for so many years and then refound last year when I went into the closet and I found the hard drives and we accessed them live on a stream. All right.
So this is your big reveal. Phil, so you're going to give us extremely old content of extremely old gameplay you did years ago. Do you not realize that a lot of that gameplay has you saying a lot of racial jokes that can land you into a lot of hot water in YouTube? Why is this such a beautiful thing that you want to give us now, Phil? There's nothing but crap and Phil on those hard drives. That's oh god. You just keep proving that you don't think things thoroughly. But you know what? I'm gonna let you continue. I'm gonna let you play around with this stupid idea.
And we found out that the lost media existed and could actually be used. All right. Now you might be saying, well, what lost media? Well, there's various different playthroughs that have been lost to time because I had those videos on other YouTube channels. You see, back in the day, 10, 15 years.
Oh god, he's about to go into another story time telling. Ladies and gentlemen, please get sober so we can bear through this, because I'm actually going to have to pop something open just to allow me to power through this crap.
It was a very different animal. Right then, back then it was like the Wild West. No one actually knew if it was okay to upload gameplay footage or not, and people were afraid of certain companies. Rockstar was one, and Square Enix was another, where you were always afraid if you were to upload content from their new releases that they were going to strike you down with copyright strikes or takedown requests.
Yeah, because at the time they didn't want people using their IP because they were afraid that people wouldn't buy the actual stuff. It was a lot of things going on back in the day. Same thing with Nintendo. Even Microsoft was kind of about having to post stuff. It wasn't until years later that they started to realize, nah, we gotta let people utilize IP because it brings attention to them. Okay, it took them a real long time, Phil. Everyone knows that.
And so, basically, those were videos like my original Red Dead Redemption playthrough, my original LA Noire playthrough. Okay, the Suicide King series of Red Dead Redemption, where I did online play sessions.
It continues. I guarantee you all those playthroughs are just as boring and as cringe as the current playthroughs he's done the past, even for this year alone, and the past other 15 years. Matter of fact, prime example, go back to when he did his playthrough on Chrono Trigger and how boring it was. I actually had to watch it through Aquatil's live stream, and I give her a lot of credit for powering through without throwing her PC out the window.
Friends and other people who joined me, and we just did crazy stunts and things like that, plus the entirety of my original Final Fantasy 13 playthrough. I mean, that's no exaggeration. Between those playthroughs, that's over 100 hours of gameplay right there.
Okay, that's over 100 hours. Are you actually going to edit a lot of those videos so that way you can take out the cringe jokes, cut it down to what, maybe 10-15 minutes per video, so that way people can actually have the chance to digest your garbage gameplay?
Lost to time because those channels were erased from YouTube when someone hacked them and put up illegal football or soccer footage and then got the channels banned. How does that even make sense? It makes no fucking sense at all, right? It makes zero sense. How does that make any sense?
No, Phil. What happened was the same thing that happened on Twitch, same thing here. You were doing jokes that were pretty much blurring the line. Racial jokes, well, I'm not going to say none of them. But pretty much those channels got yeeted. It came back and YouTube pretty much told you, we'll allow you to come back, but you need to tone down all those jokes. You did it in Twitch, you got kicked out of there, okay? You're extremely lucky that YouTube allowed you to come back. But I guarantee you, if you don't edit these videos that you're going to post, YouTube's going to kick you off the platform for good.
So, what I would like to do, either January or February or during that time frame, is set something up on YouTube that's not this channel. Alright, I don't want to do it on this channel because this channel already has enough content. It's all the new stuff. I don't want to inundate subscribers of this channel with a ton of new videos that are actually 15 years old and they don't care about, right?
So, in other words, you want to further split your audience. You already have audience split between your main one and DSP Reacts. That's why you have not seen the same revenue that you had 2 years ago, even last year. So you want to split it even further? That's actually so ridiculous. Secondly, Phil, if you post that stuff, the raw footage, on another channel, guess what? If YouTube decides to yeet that channel, the other two channels you can't do content on because they're gonna yeet those two at the same time, Phil. They do not play around when they ban people, because once you're banned, you're banned. There's no question around that.
I don't want you already. I don't want to. I've worked really hard to build this channel up for as little viewership as I get. Let's be honest. So
Yeah, you definitely work hard to get the little viewership because you don't do anything different. You love to ban people. You love being a dictator. Tell people this is how you behave. This is how you joke, whatever. So that's why you're not this. You are a well-known creator, but you're not a good-known well creator. You're pretty much a locale, an asshole, and a narcissist. And people make content on you, such as I, as well as many others, such as Nviga, Duty, and many more.
I don't want to hamper that in any way, shape, or form. All right. So what I'm going to do is basically find a place, and I don't know where it's going to be yet, but I have an idea, where we're going to upload all of that classic content. And I don't know if it'll be called like DSP's Lost Media or DSP's Archive.
More than likely, he's going to probably use one of his other old channels that he hasn't used in a long time and rename it, just like he renamed, what was it, the King of Hate to DSP Reacts. So I'm calling it now.
Old school, you know, we'll think about it. I'll get some ideas in my head of what I want to call it. And basically what I will do is make that channel, and I will upload slowly that content. Arguably maybe 5 to 10 videos a day, like over
5 to 10 videos a day, each video being 15 minutes. Phil, that's too much content in one day. That's going to bore people out. Why don't you, instead of doing 50 minutes, why don't you compile it to maybe what, an hour of one playthrough, and do that daily? That'll be a lot better than to post 5 videos per day. That's just way too much content, Phil.
Right? That's what I would do. Like, basically, I would, at night, set up my normal stuff to upload here on DSP Gaming like I always do, but then when I'm done with that, jump over to that other channel and queue up 5 or 10 videos, because you got to understand that the videos back then were only 15 minutes long at max. Some were 10, some were 15.
So again, Phil, I'm going to say this one more time. Instead of doing 5 videos a day, just do one big video. You can edit it all to make it one. YouTube allows videos to up to, I don't know, what is it, maybe 20, 30 hours per video now. You can do it just like that, Phil. It'll be a lot easier than to do 5 videos a day, because that's going to drive people nuts with all that content you're uploading.
Final Fantasy 13 playthrough is over, well, I think it's around 200 parts, because they're 15 minutes long.
200 parts. Oh my god, 200 parts. I'm not going to repeat it again. Phil, you know what to do. Do not release them in tiny parts. Just do what I told you before. It's going to save a lot of headache for everyone.
See? So that's a lot of work. And the thing is, those video files are giant because they were filmed with a camera. They're not direct capture like what you're literally watching me broadcast and upload right now. This podcast is completely encoded. The size is shrunken before, you know, and then it's...
Yeah, Phil, that thing was done with the camera years ago. Guess what? Modern technology nowadays can shrink it down to a condensed, what's what we're looking for? Viewing for people to see a lot better than it was back then, Phil. It's not that hard. If you would just take the time and do the research, you'll actually be able to figure it out, buddy. And again, I already told you what I said before. Just do it that way.
Through YouTube filters and encoded. Those are raw files. They're huge. A single 15-minute file from back then is bigger than a 1-hour file that I put out today. So
not really, Phil. It's still the same thing. It's just nowadays it's a lot more easier. But I don't know why I'm actually even disagreeing with you that, because we know how much of an idiot you are.
Upload them. So I want to do this starting in January if I can. Only reason I say I don't want to promise again, I don't like to overpromise and underdeliver.
Which you do anyways. Like, for example, with your level 1 podcast, your DSP Reacts, you're supposed to do a couple other things which you don't do. Like, prime example, when people send you videos to react, if it's something you don't like, you react to it for 1 minute, then click right off, because the next one, you didn't like that one, click it right off. You really under deliver.
I'm absolutely doing it in January, and then something happens, right? You never know what's going to happen. I don't want something to happen, and then I can't do it because something crazy comes in the middle. But it is my intention that at some point in January coming up, I will actually start uploading this lost media slowly but surely. Whether it's 5 videos, 10 videos a night, whatever it is, at least it's going somewhere.
This clown just does not think things thoroughly. That's too much content for one day, Phil. I'm getting tired. I'm just getting sick and tired sounding like a broken record because he's just at this point now giving us filler. Continue on, Phil.
People will watch it. Now, here's the thing. I need people's buy-in that they're going to be interested and at least watch it. If I'm putting all this extra time and effort into doing this, and these videos are getting 10 views, then it's not worth my time. Just being honest. It's not.
Phil, it's not worth anybody's time. They didn't ask for this. You're just doing this because, again, you look at it for the money side. You think it's going to bring in more revenue. It's not going to be that easy, bud. People want you to play Baldur's Gate 3. They want you to play other games such as Tekken and all this stuff, okay? That's what they want you to do, Phil, not old stuff that they didn't ask for.
I have better things to do. I'll spend time with my family. I'll work on other content rather than sitting here uploading these videos. But people have been asking me for these lost playthroughs for so...
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. That is a lie. I already proved that out anyways. But continue.
That you would think that there would at least be a couple hundred people who might be interested in watching these videos, right? So let's see if indeed that is the case, okay?
Like I said, it's not going to be the case. It's a huge waste of time, Phil. Just like your other gameplay. The only two things that people really enjoy is when you have your codex moments when you act like an idiot, and when you're either playing Street Fighter, which is my personal favorite, or Baldur's Gate, because we know it's a complete train wreck. But then again, that's just how your whole life is on YouTube as it is.
But this is my plan for next year. Now, here's the thing. People might say, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to make thumbnails for those videos? Are you going to put titles on those videos?
You should do that. That's going to make it more catchy so people can tune in and see what the video is all about. If you don't make the thumbnail, how people going to check it out? They're going to think it's just another one of your old other videos that they've seen before in the past. You got to make it something new, Phil.
Deciding. It's always possible, but you have to understand that I don't really have time to make thumbnails. Could I title the videos? Well, yeah, but let's say I upload 10 videos. So what am I supposed to do? Watch 150 minutes of gameplay before I upload that night to figure out what's in each video?
Yes, Phil, you may want to do that because I'm certainly sure with the amount of cringe jokes you had done and other stuff that's in those old videos, you definitely want to do that because if you release that raw footage and YouTube catches on to it and they watch that, you're going to get kicked off the platform.
Probably not. Some of those videos are like 2 fights, you know? If it's playing Final Fantasy 13, it's like 2 big fights or something, you know? So...
let me post one of his old videos, and I do apologize that maybe some of the parts are going to edit it out because he went a little too far, but here it is.
You don't have to stay awake to be nice. Hey, don't worry, kid. You're not a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, sure.
Just a boring trucker.
Who's gonna sell you? Who's gonna sell you right to the slave trade for top dollar? It's a shame you don't have both eyes though, because eyeballs are selling for extra these days. How are your kidneys?
I won't take it personally.
What about you?
I totally won't sell you
think
to a
you're driving?
Taiwanese
Oh, yeah.
slave trade or anything.
This is my favorite time to drive.
All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profits. That's right, she's too valuable to escape. She's worth lots of money.
Yeah, as you can see what I mean, it's better off that he look at the video so you see what he said so he can edit it out. If not, hey, adios, Philip.
I basically need to think about this. I need to kind of brainstorm what I want to do with this stuff.
No, I got a better idea for you. Don't brainstorm it. Really take the time to think this through and think of, is this really a good idea? Is this really something I should do? Because it can land me in hot water. And there's a good chance people are not going to want to see this stuff. And it's more likely they're not going to give money to see it. So maybe I should just, throw this to the wayside and just focus on new content I have planned in 2024. Or better yet, get a new PC.
And go from there. So let me think about it. Let me work on it. Because by the way, I don't make my own thumbnails. I have people who make stuff for me.
Oh, I'm certain sure you do, but you don't pay them.
And certainly I don't want to commit to having someone have to work their ass off now to pump out a ton of thumbnails and shit. because I just decided to start uploading lost media or anything like that.
You do that anyways with your current content, Phil. That, again, nothing new.
So let me think about it. Let me talk to a couple people. And I also want to think about where
People you talk to, I hope they're not yes people and let you know that that's not a good idea, Phil. I hope, the bad fact, the people that Phil's going to talk to you about this this little lost archive, tell them it's not a great idea.
Content. But that is my first commitment to you. Everyone says, what are your New Year's resolutions, right? My first commitment to you is that in 2024, I want to get that lost media on the internet. I want people to be able to watch my classic stuff that's been missing for ages.
No. We're not going to let him continue because she's just about to go into filler. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is the last day for 2023. Let's end this on a big positive note. What I mean by that is, even though this was yesterday's podcast, Phil later on that night went to play some Street Fighter 6 using Lily, and it did not go too well. He, let's just say he lost a good 70% of his matches, but let me add this part to you. Part to this video, all right?
My fights with Street Fighter 6, and what I told everyone is that I wanted to start alternating instead of just doing, say, one character and focusing on them a ton. I'd done that with Dalsim for the last month and a half. I played Blanca last Friday.
Yeah, but with Dalsim and Blanca, you did very well with those two. I'm going to be honest with you. He did well compared to, let's say, E Honda and Lily, which I believe Lily might be his worst character, or I wouldn't say worst character, but one of the harder characters that he plays with. But let me let him continue.
Do Lily tonight. I did. However, not super fun to play with her. Here's the thing. I'm still good with her. I still remember the strategies. I still remember the combo.
Let's check out his gameplay of that.
There we go. Can't do anything because her jab beats everything, so. That was level 2. I lose now. Yep. That was level 2 to go straight up and knock her out of the air. Nope. So literally, what does she do? Walk forward jab. Beats everything. Walk forward jab or just smash low medium kick. Interrupt everything I do. You suck. Now, jab into fucking drive impact. Can't do anything about that. I can't do anything. I literally can't get out of the corner. She just does these little hit strings and jab. It's not stoppable. I have to guess to get out of it. There's no reversal that I can do. It all is free for her. What? I did low fucking fierce punch and it gave me overhead instead. Okay. Okay, I still can't do anything. You're not good. You literally are doing the same pattern over and over, and I can't break it because you're fucking playing Cammy. 0 skill. Congratulations! You played the pattern. You're a great player. Anyway, you fucking suck. I got a $5 tip. Literally played exactly the same as every other scrub-ass online Cammy, and you can't do anything about it because it's online gameplay.
As you can see, he sucks with her.
Know what I'm doing, and I can still hang with great players. The problem is, the vast majority of great players who are like master rank are all on PC. So literally, when they realize I'm playing Lily, here's what they do. Walk up, jab, 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 throw, throw.
Actually, it has to do with PC or console. It's the fact that they know who you are, Phil. You are a public figure. And they know when they do this, it pisses you off. And it's pretty funny. You ever thought about that? You may start to really look at your content and, think it over.
Throw. Walk up. Jab, jab, jab. Throw. 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 I can't stop that. I'm playing on PS5, which is laggy. It's slower to react to anything. I literally cannot break a throw on reaction playing a PC player.
Hold on. Let's check the other part out.
There we go. I press a button. Interrupts. Can't do anything about it. Okay, you're such a good player. Just keep walking forward, pressing the insanely overpowered button, you fucking scrub. How did it hit me? No, she gets the block. You're shitting me. She gets the block. Even though she's just spamming, she gets to block my reversal. I can't do anything about this. Here we go. Can't do anything about this. Still can't break throws online. You cannot break throws online. I pressed it. Can't do anything because I don't have super. Free combo for her. What a terrible... These players are all terrible pattern players. Every one of them sucks. You've done exactly the same pattern.
You get the idea.
I've tried all night. I tried breaking throws on reaction to a PC player. It doesn't work. It's too delayed because PS5 has more input lag than PC, so it's just not possible. Even though I had like a 8.
No, what it is, Phil, is when you get into a pinch, you panic and you have a lot of what they call a fat finger moment where you give in the wrong input. It has nothing to do with lag or anything else.
Second connection. I couldn't break throw on reaction. It wouldn't work. You have to guess and mash early, which you can't do with Lily. If you do, she's done. She has no true reversal to get out of any kind of a throw lockdown. So I couldn't.
The problem with Lily is, she needs a bit more. She was kind of nerfed for a particular good reason, but they nerfed her a little too much, so she's not really that good. She's more like D tier, and she doesn't have really too many good range attacks. Other than, was it that dive move, whatever you want to call it? That's the only thing she has she really has got. So that's why you don't see too much of a Lily in Master.
How many camis? I mean, tons of camis tonight. A couple Chun-Li's. Characters just getting me throw lockdown, and I can't stop it. You know, unlike
that's because Cammy is sort of A tier, maybe S tier, because she is one of the top 3 characters that's really good. Right. Well, before her would be, I would say, Ken. You could argue between Gairu and Gairu, as his name is, and Jerry, I believe, might be saying his name wrong. It's about between those 3 to 4 characters that are like A tier. You can say S tier, and maybe you should start playing with those characters, Phil. That way you can get a lot better.
Characters who are better, like yes, Blanca can get out of throw lockdown. He has a true reversal with the EX up ball. Lily has 0. All she can.
First and foremost, I already told you how Lily is. She's D tier. Blanca is more like C, B tier because he's a great, well-rounded character. Couple of range attacks, zone lockdown, stuff like that. He's, much a safe character. That's why you do very well with him, Phil. Because at the end of the day, you're not this pro. You're just a average, sub-average Street Fighter player.
Level 1 super, which is just a guess, just like throw break. So you might as well try to throw break. It's sad because the matchups that were not just people spamming walk forward, drive rush, jab, jab, throw, jab, throw.
Spamming, you say, huh? Wasn't you spamming a couple times from doing 1-2 moves going to a super?
Fun matches. I fought a few really good. There was a really good Dalsim. There was a good Jamie. There was actually a pretty good Chun-Li tonight. I would say probably 3 or 4 pretty good players that I faced, but the majority.
I actually won't lie. There was actually 2 Chun-Li's he faced, and they really gave him the work. I was thoroughly surprised how good they were. Either they were that really good, or Lily is just that bad.
Majority of the night was against scrubs, mashing buttons, and it's just not fun. Kind of the struggle I had getting Lily to master. Only now, literally every match is like that now because now everyone's knows how the game plays online. Everyone's got the meta of their character down. And
Phil, this game has been out 6-7 months now. It came out in June, so of course they know what to do. Of course they have it down packed. There's guides, walkthroughs, and everything on this, Phil. How's this a big old surprise for you?
Really sucks. They realize if they just overwhelm Lily with these kind of attacks that she can't do shit. So pretty frustrating.
Of course, she's D tier, Phil. That's how they know how to lock her down. It's not that hard. Duh. I mean, had you stuck with Dalsim, you would have a lot better time. Like with Blanca, you again would have a much better time.
Won a good amount. I had win streaks, but then I would go on big losing streaks where you just couldn't do anything about it.
So those big losing streaks pretty much null and void those little small winning streaks, Phil. Again, you lost a lot more last night with Lily. And I'll say it again. Lily might be your worst character you ever played in Street Fighter 6.
It's sad because I don't think the game will improve. I think the game will sadly get worse over time. So you're just going to see the meta being mid to top tiers and no one being able to really win with low to mid tiers unless you're in this ideal situation of an online.
All right, hold on for a sec. Even though I haven't played too many fighting games over the past, 5, 6, 7 years, but I had played a game called Star Wars The Old Republic, and let me tell you what happens. There's something that is called a meta, and what happened is it could be a certain class back in Star Wars, like for example, right now the new meta would be Jedi Guardian / Warrior, Sith Warrior, and it's probably it's not the focus class, I believe it's the Vengeance / Vengeance class is now the new meta. It just happens and they'll be rotate to something else in the next, I I like to call it season, and that's probably what's happening, Phil. Probably right now, it's for this season. Ken, Cammy, Jamie, this is their season. Perhaps next season, Lily might get a boost, and she might be the new flavor of the season, Phil. It just happens like that. It's just part of the online thing, Phil.
It has to be PC to PC. It can't be PS5 to PC. It will always be a problem there. I still want to say thanks to those who come out, although admittedly...
Okay then, Phil, if that's the case, if your PS5 is giving you such a hard time to get a new PC, buddy. I already told you in my last video what you can do to get a new PC. It's not that expensive, buddy. Come on. You got the money.
Noticed is that when I do Friday Night Fights now, not only is it less people, but it's the same handful of people who will support the stream right.
And what he means by that, it's not the same people. It is the same people. The problem is, Phil, is that during your previous stream, people give you a lot more money. The problem is with you, Phil, is people give you money during the previous streams. Like, for example, Baldur's Gate, they gave you somewhere between 200 plus money. Okay, so when it came to the latest stream, they only gave you whatever little amount they had, Phil. You don't think these things through at all.
Sitting there having their own way, talking about whatever they wanted. You know, we usually get the usual suspects come forward and they tip early on, and then after that, it's just dead.
Phil, more than likely, they were still there. They were just watching it. They already gave you the money they could afford. All right. Number one. Number two, the so-called people that were talking amongst themselves, they were probably just discussing things, normal stuff in life. And again, you don't like that. Again, it shows you how much you are a dictator.
The thing is, I'm not playing this for more than another month. Remember, Tekken 8 is coming out on the 26th of January, and yes, I'll be covering that extensively, playing through the story.
I'm calling it now. He'll play Tekken for a month and then rage quit it.
Trying different characters online, watching videos, trying to learn tech. I absolutely will give an effort to learn and play.
Yeah, you're gonna get an F, all right. I'm gonna give it a grade F. A big fat F.
5, but Tekken 5, Tekken 8, excuse me. But there's no guarantee that I'm going to get good at it or anything. You know, the backup plan there is that if that doesn't go well, then we could try Fightcade and do retro stuff, and then every once in a while they'll update Street Fighter 6 with a new DLC character. Eventually they'll do Season 2, which will update.
I'm calling it here. He's going to try to put this to the side, but he's going to try to bring it back in, hoping he'll get the money he wants. And usually that first time he brings it back, he do a little bit decent, and then it just takes a plummet like it normally does, like the rest of his content.
The entire game and usually rebalances the cast, which could be interesting to explore then. But for now, the game, I'll be honest with you, it's only like maybe fun 50% of the time. When I'm getting into a groove and I'm having a match where things aren't constantly dropping.
What I mean by that, by 50% of the time, is when he's winning, it's fun. When he's losing, he gets pissed off, he gets upset. Instead of saying, you know, the other person did well, maybe I should take a break, take a look at what I'm doing wrong, and find ways to improve as a player.
I mean, there's a match I had against a good player, okay? It was the Dalcine. And I walk up and the match is done. And I do 360 punch. And literally, Lily stands there and does absolutely nothing. The game completely drops my punch input.
Instead of me talking over that, I'll post that gameplay too right here.
Nice combo. I didn't do overhead. I'm trying to do low fierce punch, and the game is giving me directional inputs when I'm just doing down and above. It's pretty frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. I can't neutral jump. Oh, that's right. That's right. The gym. I'm not doing overhead. Every time he teleports, I do down fierce, and it gives me overhead instead because it reads the input wrong because of the fucking lag. Yes! Wow, it was such a close match, dude. Great match. Great match. Wow, I wasn't expecting slide. Oh, I blocked high. I blocked high. I lost 50% health to a fucking drop input. I don't know why I'm getting hit. I love losing 75 to 80% damage when I haven't made a mistake yet. hit me. I couldn't move. Are you shitting me? He threw yoga fire. All I wanted to do was neutral jump. She didn't jump. Dude, it's like, why am I even playing? Why play if half of your inputs drop? All I did was jump over the fireball. Just like when I do the 360 and I didn't win the match because the 360 dropped, it dropped my input entirely. This netcode is trash. Whenever I'm this crossplay netcode, it's dropping my inputs so often. It doesn't jump, it doesn't do 360, and then I do another jump, I do another 360, and again it drops the button input.
Oh my goodness, Phil. I love the excuses you come up with because each and every one is even more and more pathetic and just laughable. Continue.
The guy realized it, and he was a good Dalsim, he realized, I just lost that match and this guy's input dropped. So he stood there to let me win the match. He wanted to give it to me so we could have a third round. I walked up, I did 360 punch, Lily neutral jumped and didn't punch again. It's just like, it's not acceptable.
It's a you problem, Phil. Maybe it's up on your side you're not fixing. Could be your internet, you know? Maybe that, I don't know, that fight stick is going. Yeah, you know, the one that you decided to buy over Jasper's blood work? Yeah, I'm never going to forget that.
For a game that's supposed to have competitive play, having inputs drop that often is just not acceptable. And that's how the game plays PS5 to PC. It's not fair.
If it's not fair, stop playing it. Don't ever pick it up again, Phil. It's that simple.
I really like Lily. It's just a shame. I don't think I will ever have a winning night with her again. I'm just being honest. Doesn't matter if I'm playing casual. It doesn't matter if I'm playing ranked. I will never have a winning night again.
Again, Phil, I'm gonna say this one more time. I know Duty has said it, and Naviga has said it. It's not so much the character as you, Phil. You're not the same person you was back when you was 21. You're 41. Your reaction time is slower. You panic too much. You're not that good, buddy. It's just time to accept the fact. I mean, I don't know how many times I gotta tell you this. You know, maybe your ex-wife will tell you that, or I don't know, maybe family members will tell you that. Somebody's gotta let you know you're not that same Street Fighter player that you once was. Not anymore.
That this game has become at the level it is, it's just not possible. The lower tiers cannot hang. It's sad. But anyway, when I play the game again on Monday, I'm not going to use Lily. I'll probably go back to Blanca for that night for a little bit more Blanca play.
And bitching, and bitching, and bitching, and bitching.
Alternate between those three characters. Maybe eventually I will go back to Honda, because now it's been a long time since I played him. I kind of forgot a lot of strategies with him, so I definitely would have to look up some stuff and possibly,
First of all, stop scratching your ears. Secondly, how do you forget the moveset for E Honda? Like, you only stopped playing for what, a month or two? You got short-term memory problems, my good favorite locale.
Just a bit more with him, but I will rotate. I will not be picking the same characters over and over. So Monday night when I play Street Fighter 6 again, it'll be somebody different. Okay?
Oh my goodness. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, 2023, a fun year, especially for Phil. Anyways, I wanted to end this year off in a big bang. Also, I know I said this before, I'm gonna say it one more time. I appreciate the love and support you guys gave me to now reach to almost 150 subs in this short amount of time that I've been making videos. I really do appreciate you guys. Like I said, and starting in 2024, I will be uploading three to four videos a week. I'm going to make sure I hold myself on that promise on that. Matter of fact, I'm going to start doing that more than likely Monday, because Sunday's a holiday and I'm not sure I'm going to be in the right mindset because I'm going to be having a good old time. But anyways, I wish y'all a happy New Year's. You know, stay safe, be responsible, and I'll see y'all in 2024. Take it easy.